Hi, and good afternoon. This is Kelsey from the Community Foundation for Ocala, Marion County, Florida, and Joanne today is joining us from BiddingOwl. Hi, Joanne.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm doing so great, and I'm so excited that you're here today to tell us more about BiddingOwl.com and a lot more about this software platform. For those of you who are joining us today, either on the Zoom or on Facebook, please make sure you put all of your comments in the chat box or in the comments down here, any questions that I can ask Joanne on your behalf. We'll go ahead, and Joanne, I'll let you take it away.
Thank you. Well, what I'm here to talk about is our online auction opportunity, BiddingOwl.com. We have been in business for about 10 years, almost 10 years now. And we actually started this business because we are in a small community. We focus on small auctions, and our owner, the person who created this, Caroline, she actually created this because she was volunteered to run the Rotary auction for our small community. And at that point, everything was on paper and it was just crazy. And she knew that nobody would take it over from her unless she made it easier. And so she created this platform. And so it has evolved to what it is over the years. Currently, we are in a refresh, and we are taking the suggestions from our users and enhancing our platform a little bit. But overall, everything's going to be running the same and operating probably the same. So really, BiddingOwl is a platform unlike other platforms. And we're a company unlike other companies that we really feel that it's important to focus on the smaller auctions in the smaller communities and to keep our costs down, because we know how important it is and how hard it is to raise money for the causes that you are raising money for. And so you can use our platform in a couple of different ways. You can use our platform as a management tool to manage your silent and live auctions. And what this would give you is you would have the online catalog, you'd have your link to give to your customers by either email, posting on Facebook, putting it in your web page. But what this customized link does is it brings your customers right to your auction page. They don't even have to maneuver through our page. And so they come right to your auction page and they can start bidding and seeing your auction. But what you do when you create this auction page is you're creating a hub, you're creating a main page. And I have a sample main page up here for you. Let me just, so you create your link and it brings your auction prospective bidders to your main page. And if you're using BiddingOwl just to manage your auction, so you're actually having a silent auction or a live auction and you're using bid sheets, no online bidding whatsoever, you still receive the option to create this link, to use your main page, and this is kind of your hub for your event. You can tell about your cause, your event, you can shout out your sponsors, you can give direction and have them purchase admission tickets, raffle tickets, you can do fund a need through this. You can even receive donations through your page. You can give them direction on joining a virtual event these days, because that is the popular thing to do these days. And so if you're going to use this to manage your auction, this gives you an online catalog for your people to see. That means you are having no online bidding whatsoever. And when you're having no online bidding, it will just say preview only, and people will be able to see your items to create that excitement for the event that's coming up. Now, if you're going to use the platform for online bidding, you receive everything that you do when you use the platform to manage your auction. The only addition is the ability to do online bidding. You will share your link, your prospective bidders will come to your page. They'll get to view all of your items, and I just have a couple of sample items on here. But it's as simple as them selecting the item that they're interested in and placing their bid. It shows them as the highest bidder. It gives them the opportunity as an online bidder to use max bidding, or what we call proxy bidding. It's kind of like eBay, where they place their highest bid for every item that they're interested in, and they let the system place bids for them according to the bid increments that you set in the item. Now, when you set up your items, you're going to be able to have the opportunity to give them a title, your retail value. You will be able to set your opening bids, your bid increments. You can give additional information, shout out the donor for the item, give a great description, and even some additional information. If you're going to include a processing fee with your items at checkout, or maybe shipping is the responsibility of the winning bidders, all of that would be put into your additional information. You also have the opportunity to use this scrolling banner at the bottom to shout out your donors. Now it scrolls on every page and your home page. And this scrolling banner can be used for shouting out donors, pictures of your previous event, maybe pictures from the organization that you're helping, but you can upload any images you would like into that banner to dress up your page, bring it all together, or shout out your donors. Now, I had mentioned before that you can sell admission tickets, raffle tickets, and do fund a need and donations on your page. And you are able to create and sell admission tickets. These are just some examples. People use the admission ticket section for a bunch of different things, you know, selling dinner tickets, baskets, different seatings in shows. You can get creative and use it for many different things. But in the admission ticket section, they have to pay for the item as they purchase it. So they would enter the quantity. They want one of these, two of these, three of these, and they would purchase it immediately. You also have the option of using the fund a need section for raffle tickets, parties for schools. Let's say you have 25 spots for a pizza party for Mrs. Smith's class. You can sell that through the fund a need section. If you're raising money for a playground maybe, or different funds for your organization, you can do that through here. Now, anything done through the raffle ticket or fund a need section is added onto the invoice to be paid at the end of the auction. So that would be the major difference between admission tickets and fund a need / raffle ticket section. Now, we talked about using the platform to manage your auction, and I'm going to show you how easy that really is. So when you come to our page, BiddingOwl.com, you're going to click on Try Us, and it will ask you to create an auction or sign up as a bidder, and you're going to create an auction. This will ask you a couple of initial questions about your organization. And then once those are answered, and it will also tell you how to put your auction into test mode if you'd like to run a test auction first. And this test auction will become your normal auction. But then you'll be taken to your manager page. And it's really very simple layout and setup. If you start at general setup, down your left side menu, it will set up your auction site for you. And all you're really doing is clicking into each of these, answering the questions, uploading your logo, copying, pasting over your donate button or PayPal. And you're just going down and answering the questions in each of these windows. Once you get through your homepage greeting, you have created your whole auction. Once you're comfortable with your auction page and that it's all set up, you can start adding your items. You have control over numbering your items or using the numbers that the system creates. We do know that the system creates a 6-digit number. We do know that some auctions prefer to use like 3-digit numbers or anything less than that to make it easier on your bidders. Now, if you are having a silent auction with mobile bidding, you're going to want to probably use the smaller numbers. And you would put a small place card in front of each of your items with the corresponding number and the link to your auction page and to that item. So that way your prospective bidders know exactly where they're going and what item that they're bidding on their mobile devices. And that would be for a silent auction with mobile bidding. So we're going to move forward thinking that we're actually doing a silent auction with mobile bidding, meaning no bid sheets are being used at this time. So you're able to attach your donor to each item, and you can do it right on the fly, or you can actually go in and into your donor section and add your donors individually first. I always feel it's easier to do it on the fly. You're able to track your solicitors, which are your volunteers that are assigned to donors to pick up those items and bring them back to you. Not everybody uses this section. A lot of times those items are just dropped at our place and we are just trying to get those in as quick as possible. So you would select online mobile bidding, even though you're having a silent auction with mobile bidding. You'll set your dates and times in your default, so they'll pre-populate. You can use our set categories, or you can create your own categories, a user-defined category. You would select a title for an item description. You can add 3 links. So let's say you have a trip with airfare and hotel. You can connect the link for the airfare and the hotel so they have more information about the package. And then you're also able to put in an expiration date for anything that will expire, especially trips, food items, baskets, that kind of thing. Let's say you have 5 gift cards, 5 Applebee gift cards for $25 a piece. You can actually put a 5 in here and it will create 5 items for you at once. So you don't have to enter those things individually. You're going to be able to put in your fair market value. Now, if you don't put anything in here, it shows it's priceless. Your opening bid, which is really important. To me, opening bid, probably one of your most important numbers that you're putting in here. This is the least amount that you're going to let anything go for. You know, you'll have some people that will want to, you know, they'll have a $1,000 item, but they want to create a bidding war, an exciting bidding war. So they'll start it at like $50, and you know, that's really not what they would let it go for. And what that does is, if you don't hit that minimum and you have to go back to your bidders and say, I'm sorry, we're not going to let this go, that really causes issues with your bidders. So we encourage you that your opening bid is the least amount that you're going to let an item go for. That way, if you did only get one bid on it, you're comfortable with it and everything goes smoothly. You are in charge of selecting your bid increments for each item. An item that's $1,000 will certainly have different bid increments than one that's $25. $1,000 item might have, you know, anywhere from $50 to $250 bid increments, and a $25 item will have, you know, $1 or $2 bid increment. It's really important to set your bid increments so your bidders don't nickel and dime each other. You know, ultimately, we're all here to raise money for our organizations. And, you know, our bidders come in and they think about that our auction, that it is going towards a great cause or a good organization. And they have great thoughts when they come into our auction. But people are people, and you start bidding on items and you're thinking, I want to get this for the best price possible. So really, your bid increments are really important when it comes to that. It keeps people from bidding, you know, a penny above each other, and it keeps the bidding consistent. You're also able to have a buy it now button for each item if you'd like. If you don't put anything in there, no buy it now button will show up. Our platform is really very easy. If you don't put anything in the field, it won't show up. You're able to add 3 pictures per item. You know, these are a lot of the questions that are asked of us when you call us. 3 pictures per item, and they can scroll through the pictures on your items. You can track your delivery status, this internally for yourselves, as to where your items are at the time. And that's if you have a lot of volunteers and they're all going out and collecting these items for you. You can have the system print a gift certificate for your items, and it will print out a basic gift certificate that will have your title, your description that you put in there, the expiration date. And a lot of times this gift certificate is selected and used at events. So you may print out a gift certificate for an item because you don't want to put that item out there. So let's say you don't want to display gift cards. So you would select this, and you could use this as the placement for the gift cards on your at your event on your tables. You're able to add shipping to items. Now, if you don't set up shipping at the beginning, you can add it after the auction is over. And when somebody contacts you and says, hey, I really need this shipped, and if you're going to allow shipping, then you can actually add it after the fact, and they can go back into their bidder account and pay for the shipping. Any additional information is usually your disclaimers. Shipping is the responsibility of the winning bidder, or no shipping. We're not allowing any shipping on any of these items. Picking up of all items will be at the school or wherever it may be on Tuesday the 1st, you know, that kind of thing. It's always really important to give as much communication and detail to your bidders as possible. It really cuts down on questions. And they are able to ask you questions through your auction site. So we talked about a silent auction with mobile bidding. And then I also had talked about using our platform as a management tool. So you could actually use our platform as a management tool with no online bidding. And you would have the site, the link, the online catalog, and you would be able to manage your whole auction with our platform for free if you would like. The only fee that comes into play with our platform is if you have online bidding. So if you choose to have online bidding, it is 5% of your total highest bids. That's if you had 5 items and they were each $100 and you sold them all for $100, it's going to be 5% of $500. That is our only fee, and it's only on biddable items. If you choose to do anything through admission tickets, fund-a-need tickets, raffle tickets, or receive donations through your page, there is no charge for those options on our platform. You can use those, all those monies go to you. Now, you decide how you want to receive your monies. We integrate with PayPal, and it's really a very simple integration. You would copy and paste your PayPal API signature. And what this would do is it would allow your bidders to check out with any of their major credit cards. They don't even have to have a PayPal account. They can check out as a guest, but they can use any of their major credit cards, or they can use their own PayPal account if they'd like. You also have the option, even if you integrate or if you don't, to take payment outside of the system. So you can still take cash or check. You can swipe your own Square, Stripe, whatever you're using, whatever avenue you're using. A lot of times, if you are actually using a format that's electronic and outside the system, you can put your link to check out into the alternative payment instructions box. And I'll tell you when this, where this will show up. But you give more direction and communication to your bidders through this alternative payment instructions box. So what will happen is when your bidders go to check out, so your auction closes and your winners receive their automated winners notifications. It says, thank you for your support, you're a winner. Click here to proceed to checkout. They'll click on the word here. It will take them to their bidder account where they can check out through PayPal or per your direction that you give them in this box. Now, if they check out through PayPal, it will update your system automatically. And you can monitor that through bidder management and item management. But you can monitor that from this final column here. Are they paid? Yes or no. So as they're checking out in PayPal, it automatically updates their system. If you choose to take payment outside of the system, it's as simple as just recording the payment manually for your bidders. So you can do it a couple of different ways. Bidder management is really a nice tool to have because you can monitor your bidders, their tickets, their winning bids, but you can also monitor their bid history for your auction and manually post if they have paid with cash, check, or if you slid or processed their credit card outside of the system. And then that would update the system and show them as paid. So ultimately, we try to keep things as simple as possible. We have online support through the bottom of your page. Let's see. Where you can start typing in what you're interested in looking for. So we have this online knowledge base here for you that you can use. You can also send us an email at any time because ultimately, most of us who are volunteered to be the auction chairperson for these events are doing this in addition to our full-time job. And so you're doing this after hours. So sending us an email is great because we can get back to you as soon as possible. Or we have phone help, and you can give us a call, 989-448-2189, and you'll reach a real person 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. Now, if you were having an event and let's see here, and it was after hours and you were having issues, we do have an emergency number where you can reach us and get to a real person right away. So between the email, the online, and the in-person help, we're always here to help you from the beginning to the end. You can set up your auction if you'd like and ask us to review it to make sure that it is working the way you want it to work and ready to go when your auction or your prospective bidders are ready to start bidding. And we are happy to give it a look and make sure that everything is working correctly. But it's really very simple. Does anyone have any questions currently?
Now, I have not seen any on the chat group or in the comments on Facebook, but if anybody does, feel free to put those in the chat now. We're in the comments now. There's a little bit of a lag sometimes with Facebook, but I feel like we've gotten that. It looks like Maria's turned her camera on, so I will ask to unmute her and see if she's got a question to ask.
Okay.
Maria, do you have a question? You're still muted.
Yeah, I'm having issue. Actually I just got in. You know, I've been trying to get in for a while and I couldn't get it.
Sure. So now that you're in, what questions can we ask Joanne?
Okay, so do you require any computer, you know, right now we have an old computer. Is that something that, you know, we could still use as far as getting the software?
Actually, there is no software, there is no app. We are cloud.
Okay.
So if you have access to a browser, you can get to it from anywhere and work on it from anywhere.
Okay, so you don't actually put it on, you know, on the system.
Correct.
Okay.
And also, when you do sign up, you have one administrative one administrative person, and you are welcome to as many users who are helping you as you'd like. And you really have a lot of control with that. You can set up your users and you get to control what they have access to.
Okay. So basically you could use an iPad or anything like mobile.
Yes, you can use any mobile device. We're compatible with everything. iPad, you can use your computer. As long as you have access to a browser or to the web, you can use it.
Okay. Okay, let me, you know, let me review it and then maybe we'll get back to you, you know, sometime soon.
Oh, not a problem. And, you know, we're always sharing, you know, your ideas with our other customers and, you know, make it better for everybody, make it easier for everyone. So we love your suggestions.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
awesome. Yes, thank you so much. I still don't have any questions here on Facebook, but is there anything else you'd like to add before we disconnect today and go back to our COVID lives?
Probably just that we like our fee is 5% of your total online bids. Otherwise, everything else is free for you to use. There are no limits on the amount of items that you have or the amount of money that you raise. And we are always here to help you if you need it.
This sounds wonderful. Joanne, thank you so much. I've really appreciated seeing so much about everything you've brought on today. And if anybody needs to get a hold of you, just tell them one more time the best way to reach out.
The best way to reach out is either through info@biddingowl.com and email us, or 989-448-2189. We're always here 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, Eastern time.
Thank you so much, Joanne. I hope everybody has an awesome weekend, and we will see you all soon. Take care.
Thank you. You too.